Hi everyone, welcome to Happy Soul Tarot. I'm doing a Soulmates reading today, and honestly, I did this entire prep to start shooting, but I still wasn't sure exactly what I was shooting unless suddenly when I started shuffling the cards and setting the energy and cleansing the energy around me and my space, I suddenly got this message that I need to do a soulmate reading. But because there are more than one or two kinds of energy coming in for the soulmate, okay? So I'm going to do like a pick a card reading. So whatever you feel drawn to the most, just go for it. You can check out the timestamps below to head straight to your reading. And I feel like picking out 3 cards here. All right. So basically, it's a pick a card amongst 3 choices. Just go with your gut, see what you really feel drawn to. Maybe it's an energy. I'm going to be actually reading the cards for the piles. So this is 1, 2, and 3. Just take a few moments, take a few deep breaths, and select any one of the piles. So the message that's coming through me is that a soulmate is not necessarily just in your life for the purpose of romance. A soulmate shows you true love, and your parent can be a soulmate, your child can be a soulmate, your friend can be a soulmate, a cousin maybe, somebody totally unknown to you can be a soulmate. So it can also be your romantic partner. So just be open to the reading, the messages that come through, because I don't have a particular format yet in mind, but I'm just giving in to whatever spirit is asking me to do right now. Okay. All right, so moving on with the reading, I'm going to start with pile number 1 here. Hi everyone, for all those who chose pile number 1, I'm going to get straight into your reading. We're going to pick out a few tarot cards from a few different decks because I like to mix up the energy, and we're going to also look into an oracle tarot. So let's just get into the messages here. Okay, let's read the energy of this card first. Animal bond. So it is possible that those who chose this particular pile are close to animals, or maybe a particular pet. Maybe you had a pet as a child, or you have one now, or you like to be around animals. But I do see certain restrictions. So maybe some of you do face certain restrictions. Maybe it is also possible that even though you're compassionate and you like animals and pets and birds and you might not like to actually live with them full time. It also happens. It's not rare, it's not weird, it's not unusual. It's just that there are still certain parts of you that can't completely give in, can't let go of the control. Living with animals can be not just animals, even people with that animalistic essence to them. Living with these beings can be challenging for us humans because we like to take control. We like to keep track of things. We like to have things a certain way. Our mind doesn't allow us to sometimes grow beyond our restrictions. So it is completely normal to be compassionate towards animals, but not having to live with them full time, or just yeah, okay. So I feel that the soul energy here can be directed towards a being. I'm not going to restrict the reading just to animals, all right? I'm going to say beings who come with that animalistic instinct, all right? The instinct to just follow your heart or do the needful, all right? No questions asked. Uh, Beings who are more in tune with their root and sacral chakras, beings who are more confident in asking for what they want or taking what they want. All right? Okay, let's pick out some tarot cards here. What is the soul connection? What do you want to tell us about this connection? I'm just going to pick out a few cards as we go. I don't want to do one card after another. Okay, we have one more here. All right. What else, Spirit? Anything else? Okay, let's go with this first. I'm going to place this right here. Animal bond. We have the star and the world here. Okay, this is so beautiful. I feel that your soul connection is with somebody who, a being who is more in charge of their actions and don't see it as good or bad. They just live their life as it should be lived. Okay, be it an actual animal or a person who lives that freely, so to speak. All right, I feel that this connection is uh, is deeper than you understand as of now. So maybe this connection hasn't developed all the way through. All right, and this connection is still going through its changes. It's still helping you move on from certain situations from your past or even your present for that matter. All right, maybe for example, if this is a romantic relationship, the soul connection is a romantic relationship here, somebody that comes to your mind the way I described this animal bond here. So I feel that even if you're already in a relationship with somebody else, maybe you're married. So what happens here is that you know that this person, it just feels natural with this person. It's like a soul connection. It's like you've known them for so long, and it just feels like this is the connection to be in. So it's not developed all the way through. It hasn't reached its peak yet. All right, that's where we are. It's not reached its peak yet. It's getting there. It's on the journey. All right, it's getting there, but it's not reached there yet. Oh my God, yes. See? Yes. But it's progressing. This relationship is progressing. Even if this is a bond with a pet that you have, with an animal that you have, with someone distinct but feels very close to you, even if it is that kind of a relationship, it becomes stronger and stronger and stronger day after day after day. You see how many, all the three cards have so many animal elements to it, right? We've got the earth, the fire, the water. It's incredible. And it goes to show that except logically, everything else feels right to you. The logic is something that doesn't allow you to move ahead in this relationship or just really truly believe that this relationship flourishes. Okay. I also get the sense that as far as animals are concerned, I think that some of you are worried about their health. Okay, so don't be. They're here as your soul family, and they will be around for as long as they are required to be around you. All right, so do not worry about their health. If something really needs to be checked out, just get it checked out, see what necessary steps you can take, but move on from there. You don't have to stay in that constant phase of being worried. All right, and this is an absolutely beautiful connection. For some whom I picked up on, the energy that I picked up on, that maybe you are in a different relationship right now, but this is the relationship you want to explore. This is truly a sign that it is time for you to stay true to yourself, as difficult as um, the journey will be, to move on uh, from the relationship you are in into this relationship, to accept it wholly, or basically to accept this relationship for what it is, accept it at face value. So the journey will be difficult, it's not easy, but you have to take this journey. All right. Interestingly, what I'm drawn to the most is the direction of these um, animals here, so to speak. There's this one that wants to just get right back into the comfort. Okay, then there are these two who sort of are like, should I go here, should I go there, I don't know what to do. And then there's this, again ready to get back into the comfort, but also not willing to settle. You have to make a choice here. All right, you have to make certain difficult choices, and even though they're difficult, this soul connection, nothing can go wrong in it. All right, there are no wrong answers here. We have surrendered to your intuition. So like I was saying, there are no wrong answers here. All right, there is no right or wrong direction, there's no good or bad. Whatever you choose, you can't go wrong in this connection. All right, if you choose to take your space, take your time, or to even break off from this connection, that is fine, because believe me, somehow the soul connection will come back into your life at some point of time when you actually are ready. You will just manifest it right back into your life. Okay, but you have to trust yourself, you have to trust that there are good things in life, that you are allowed to be happy. Okay, I do see like there are um, a lot of confusion with the direction that you want to move in. Okay, and it's just about that instinct. Each and every card here talks about having hope and trusting your instinct, trusting your intuition. So you have to go with the flow, trust in it, right? You have to trust in it. So let's just pull out some oracle tarot message here to see what is coming in with this connection here. Oh my god, I spoke about sacral chakra, somebody with strong sacral chakra, mental conflict. Like I was saying, logically, mentally, this connection does not make sense, but it makes sense in every other manner. And this connection is definitely asking you to be more confident, to believe in what you desire. It's about your desire, it's about your connection. It is not about what you have been taught over and over and over again, right? It is not about the mental conditioning. It is about what you truly desire, right? So this is beautiful. This reading here goes to show that, believe it or not, you are headed in the right direction, and you have to find it. You have to find the courage inside of you to accept that this is the connection you want to work on. All right, again, this can be any kind of connection depending on who comes to your mind here, all right, or if there's a specific person you're seeing this reading for. This can be any kind of connection here, any kind of relationship here. But the point is that you have to find it in you. You have to accept it, that this connection works for you and you want it. You want to grow in this connection. You have to grow that confidence. You have to grab it. And you have to say that, yes, I deserve to be happy. I deserve to fly, right? Right, so this was your reading, pile number 1. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, you can like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. I am truly grateful for your presence here, and you can leave me your comments below. If there's anything you would like to share with me, please go ahead. I always enjoy your comments. So I will see you in the next one. Bye. Hi everyone. Welcome to your reading, pile number 2. All those who chose pile number 2. I'm going to be reading out the energy of this card first, and I don't really have like a set format for today's reading, so I'm just going to go with the flow and let's see how your reading turns out. Letting go, learn to let go. This kind of tells me that your soul connection is actually an old soul, you know. You've definitely met in some other life, other dimension. Butterflies can be something that indicates their energy around you. You might feel like you know someone, and it might turn out to be a complete stranger. There's a lot of purple and green in this card, if you notice, and the purple actually just kind of tells me, talks to me about intuition. It's almost as if you are waiting to meet your soulmate, your soul partner, and it gives me the feeling that there will come a moment where you will just look at someone and just know, you know, that I know this person and I want to go over and talk to them. You know, you'll just get that really beautiful feeling that you've known this person forever. Even though this card talks about letting go, it's almost telling me that, you know, let go of the pain that your past experiences have caused you. Because once you let go, you will actually open up to love. You will open up to receiving love. You will open up to talking to new people. You won't be scared anymore of, you know, having to feel that pain again. So it kind of tells me that once you let go of that pain of your past experiences and understand that, you know, that happened so that you can grow from your mistakes there, right? It's like a trial and error kind of thing, very simply put. So it kind of tells me that once you start that journey, and even it's a long journey, right? So it almost feels like at the end of the journey is where you will find your soulmate. Okay, let's place this here and look into your tarot cards. What is this soul journey about? Oh, okay, lots of cards there. What is this soul journey about, Spirit? Anything else? Feel like taking this out. I am also going to take some tarot cards out of this deck. Alright, let's have a look at these first. Okay, the Ace of Wands and the Seven of Cups. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, look at it. If for me, it's like these two cards represent this card. The energy basically is very much similar. It's like once you begin on this journey of healing, all right, once you begin on this journey, you come across a lot of options, a lot of choices that you make. Some are good for you, some aren't good for you. Okay, some will be empty cups, some is just water, liquid, right, flowing through them. So it's like you go through all these life experiences, so that at some point of time you understand that everything that happens in your life is intertwined with each other, and you just grow and grow and grow and grow, unless you have to start over again. Okay, and this is what the letting go card also spoke to me about. It spoke about having to go through certain experiences in your life that don't particularly um, make you feel good all the time, all right, but those experiences are important in order for you to understand who you are, what do you want from life, what do you think you deserve, and yeah, I think it's it's really beautiful that you have this setup here, because all the three cards here talk about the light at the end of the tunnel, but the tunnel is basically an open road. All right, everything is connected to each other, all your experiences are connected to you, for the purpose of learning, for the purpose of growth, so that when you finally meet your soulmate, you don't end up, you know, my brain just said taking fault out, but that's not what I mean. What I mean is that you're more mature, you're more prepared for an honest relationship. You can be yourself while also being there for the other person. That takes time to understand, that takes a lot of courage, okay, in my experience. So let's look at some of your other tarot cards. Oh, this card did fall out even before, when we had all those cards fall out. Okay. You have the Two of Coins here and the Two of Swords here. It literally talks about having to make difficult choices. It literally talks about having to make choices for the purpose of growth, for the purpose of learning, for the purpose of being there for yourself, being independent, being happy in your own company, um, taking care of yourself in the way you would want to be taken care of, as a partner, as a bride, as um, someone in love, as a mother, as a caregiver, caretaker, as just that pure love. Okay, you went through a lot of a lot of bullshit in the past. Excuse my language, but you did. I get it. There was so much pain that it pushed you to believe that I don't think I ever want this again, even though you secretly do. Okay, so um, it just goes to show that there is still some healing that needs to be done. There is still a lot of trauma that is stored in your mind, body, and heart, okay, that you're overcoming. You're working through it slowly. It's not stagnant, it comes and goes, but it's there. Okay, there are good days, there are really bad days. There are days where you feel hopeful, then there are days where you just wonder, why am I doing all this? Okay. And yeah, I mean, this soul connection is coming in for you. This is sign that this soul connection is happening for you. For all those who are waiting for a partner in their life, for love, okay, it is right there. But you have to keep putting in the work for yourself. You have to know exactly what you deserve, because you don't want to end up in that painful empty cup situation again, right? And for that, you have to truly know your worth. That you could be stranded on an island, but you are still a princess or a prince or whatever resonates with you. Okay? You have to know your own worth. You have to know your own capabilities, your own space. And only then will you be able to truly be there for somebody else, because you're already there for yourself. Okay, you don't want to work on empty cups for somebody else, where you don't have the time or the love or the confidence for yourself, but you can give and give and give to somebody else. No, it just doesn't work. And now you're being pushed to be with yourself so that you can accept, learn, and trust and let go. Let's quickly look into a message from the spirit that can help you. I don't get it. Do we need 3? Okay, we're getting 3 cards here. I'm going to take all 3 of them. It's a lot of instruction from spirit. Surrender to divine timing. I mean, come on, you can't rush this process. You can't rush your healing. You can't rush. You don't want to come out of something and jump into the next thing. You can be curious, you can wonder, but you do not want to rush. Seriously. Take your time. Surrender to divine timing. It might happen today, it might happen the next week, the next month, the next year, in the next 5 years. But it's all right. The timeline that we tend to work with, that oh my god, I'm 30, I need to be married. At 33, I need to have a kid. By the time I'm 40, I should be earning this much. By the time I'm 50, I should be living in my own mansion. No, it's okay if you can't and don't want to do all that. It's fine. Make your own timeline and be happy with it, right? Surrender, denial. Accept situations exactly as they are without denying the difficulties. Yes, life is tough, even sometimes now when you're doing well for yourself, where you give yourself more credit, where you work on yourself more and more on a higher level. Even then, life can be tough. It can be confusing, it can be annoying at times, but it's okay. Accept it, that it's going to be annoying at times. And it's that simple. Sometimes when you just accept things that this is how it is, there's nothing else that can really bug you then. You will not pressure to move faster, because then you surrender. And you have surrender outdated beliefs about yourself. Exactly what I've been talking about the entire reading here. Let go of those limiting ideas about yourself. Let go of what you were told in the past, be it as a kid, as a teenager, in school, in college, in other relationships. Let it go. That is not who you are. Write your own story. Who are you? Do this exercise. This is something that I do in my life coaching sessions. So life coaching, that is, what I do is I make my seekers, as in seeker can be a client, okay, I make my seekers write down who they are. They need not tell me. It is not for me to know, it is for them to know. And this exercise can go on for as long as a month, because sometimes it takes time to really, really accept your true worth. A lot of times it is hard for us to write down good things about ourselves and to truly accept them. What this exercise will do is actually open you up to your true beliefs as to date, as compared to who you know you are. Okay? You could be thinking that I'm a loser, I don't know, I just don't understand. So when you accept that in writing, that this is who I am, you actually want to change it, and then you start changing it. You perceive yourself as something else, something different, something good, something happy, and then eventually there comes a time where you accept that I'm good, I'm smart, I'm intelligent, I'm capable. But it's a journey from your past to your future, like past to your present, to be honest. you know let's look at one last oracle tarot message here. What does spirit have for us? What message do you have about the soul connection? Spirit, what message do you have? Third eye chakra. See, again, do you see that? I spoke about how there was so much of purple here, and it spoke to me about your intuition, right? Is the third eye chakra pretty much, right? Look at that. It is time for you to truly trust in who you are, truly trust in yourself. And believe me, this soul connection, this soulmate that you're waiting for is right there. But again, right there means surrender to divine timing, okay? When I say right there, it means that this person is there, but he or she or they will come into your life when it's that perfect timing, according to the universe. Okay? All right. So this was your reading for those who chose pile number 2. I truly hope you've enjoyed it. I wish you all the love and luck and prosperity and light. And if there's anything you would like to share with me, please leave me a comment. I always love to hear your comments. You can like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and if anybody is interested in the life coaching sessions, please get in touch with me. The link is mentioned in the description. And I wish you a really, really beautiful journey through this healing process. Okay? All right. I'll see you in the next one, guys. Bye. Hi everyone, welcome to your reading. For all those who chose the third pile, this is your energy, and I am going to read into this energy first. So I don't typically have like a set plan for today's reading, so I'm just going to go with the flow and see what messages come out and try and stay open to the reading as much as possible. And let's get straight into it. Epiphany. It's an absolutely gorgeous card here. So for some reason, the message that comes to my mind is actually a particular guidance that is mentioned on another card from another deck. It says dance with the universe. Okay, and this card kind of talks to me about that kind of energy, dance with the universe. It talks to me about staying open to all kinds of possibilities. For very specific group of people, I feel like you might be from the LGBTQ plus community, and I just feel like there is like a need to take off the mask now. Okay, I don't know if you can clearly see in the picture. Take off that mask. It's almost as if you have been keeping yourself confined, um, mentally and emotionally, even physically, maybe, so that you don't have to deal with the consequences of opening up. But the reality is that your soul reading kind of talks to me about meeting yourself, meeting your soul, the spirit of who you are. Okay, for those who do not resonate with the LGBTQ plus community, I feel like this kind of still talks to me about not being true to yourself. Your reading pretty much feels like it's about being true to your spirit, who you are. Your soul partner, your soul mate, your soul family, soul spirit can come to you only when you accept who you are, when you've done that work that requires for you to do in order to grow, in order to truly fly. If you have felt drawn to it, I do suggest you go check out pile number 2 reading as well. It talks a lot about freeing yourself from the past, and really opening up to your true potential and opening up to your true self. And this also feels like that, but on such a personal level. Okay, I'm going to place this here. We're going to look into your tarot cards to see what this really is about. Let's look into what messages come through. Try and stay open to it as much as possible. Dear Spirit, what is this soul connect about? What are we being told here? What is this connection? Okay, let's look into the cards together. Oops. Okay. Alright, I feel like taking these 3 out. There's one more I feel like taking out. This one. Okay. Dear Spirit, what is the soul connection about? What is it here to tell us? We have the King of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles here. To be honest, this does kind of tell me that you have been living in kind of like a bubble created by the society or by your parents or standards that you have set for yourself, but you feel like you have reached the peak of how far you can go in that bubble, how far you can grow within that bubble. It feels like you've reached that peak, and it still feels that there's something missing from it, that there's something more that is required here. you know Feels like an imbalance here, and it's like you want to grow more, you want more, you feel like there is still something missing from your life, and you can't quite put a finger on it. And it is simply, in my understanding, that you miss being you. There are parts of you that you hide from people, for sure. You might be an introvert. Most of you watching this video might be an introvert or maybe an ambivert, but a lot of that introvert what is the word I'm looking for? Uh, the characteristics of an introvert that you possess sometimes. It actually comes from not being able to, open up and be your true self, speak your mind, or wear the clothes you want to wear, or put makeup on yourself, or whatever it might be for you. You know, let's look at your other tarot cards. Wow, okay. Yep, Seven of Cups. Again, please, if you're drawn to it, go watch the second pile as well. And there might be messages for you there, because we had the Seven of Cups there too. And it just might just have some message for you. If you look at it very clearly, the first two cards have such heavy energies, right? Very heavy energies. The Four of Swords here. And then you have the Eight of Cups. Okay, very, very heavy energies, mentally and emotionally being just let down, backstabbed, or, feeling that darkness. Look at the amount of blues and reds over here, right? It's very gloomy and dark, as compared to the next two cards, which is the Nine of Coins and the Seven of Cups, that talks about happiness, that talks about being your best self, having choices that make you happy, correct? Not having to live by the rules only, correct? So it almost goes to show that um, you now feel like you need to get out of that trapped, feeling. You have to get out of that cycle of feeling low or trapped all the time. And the only way to do that is when you open yourself up to your true self. Okay, you have to confide, you have to stay true to yourself, as difficult as it may be. I understand that different people have different limitations, personally, society wise, and not everyone accepts you at your face value, no matter what or who you are, correct? But in reality, you have to break free from that bubble. Like, you have to pop it, because if you don't do that, it will happen eventually, but it will happen out of sheer frustration or loneliness or darkness, and you don't want it to reach that point where you feel like there is nothing else I can do from this point on, right? Okay, let's look into what messages Spirit has for you to help you out. Okay, how can we get out of this situation here, dear Spirit? I feel like taking one more out. So, which one is it? Okay. Surrender to your intuition. Surrender to effortlessness. I want to just draw your attention here. So it says, stop pushing so hard. The art of living means going with the flow instead of trying to force the river. And I kind of feel like this is exactly where you are right now. You're pushing so hard to fit the norm and trying to live by the means of others instead of just flowing. You're trying to force the river. And I feel like that's where you are. You've been taught. I'm not blaming you. And I feel like this is something that you've just experienced probably since you were a child. And it just feels comfortable to stay miserable in this position than to actually shake the feathers up and make things chaotic. But in reality, you have to trust your inner voice. You have to be aware of your feelings. You have to become aware of those suppressed emotions inside of you. Okay, you have to let it come through. There is no other way that you can, live your life more peacefully. Let me just put it that way. Let's pick out one last Oracle Tarot message here and see what Spirit has in store with this connection with yourself. Your soul connection with yourself. Wow. I feel like taking two more out. We'll look into that a bit later. I just want to simmer in the spiritual union card for now. The spiritual union. Coming together with yourself. Meeting your higher self. Meeting your true self. Just this soul connection is about you. Your physical, mental body connecting with your self, connecting with your soul, connecting with your spirit. Okay, and this is what is going to happen eventually, whether you like it or not. You can pretend to be somebody else for as long as you desire to stay in that position, but the reality is that at some point of time this will happen. The spiritual union between you and yourself will happen, and nobody can stop it. That's the beauty of it. Oh wow, we also have the number 22, 23. Okay, the sacral chakra and the solar plexus chakra. So these can be chakras that you can work upon in order to gain more confidence, in order to clear out certain blockages and fear, you know, the fear of society, the fear of facing the truth, the fear of being alone for that matter. Okay, the fear of sexuality, the sexual fears. Really, I mean, you can delay the process here. Okay, but you can't stop it from happening. At some point of time, your truth will come out, and you will have to deal with it and handle it no matter how you feel about it. So the best thing for you to do is to truly figure out how you can start working on yourself in order to accept the truth about you. Okay? I truly wish you the very, very best. I wish you so much love and happiness and prosperity and freedom. Okay? And yeah, this is your reading, pile number 3. I truly hope you've enjoyed it. It's brought some clarity to you. I hope it has given you a little bit of push to truly start believing in yourself, to start accepting yourself, and to show the world who you truly are, whoever you might be, but who are you, right? So I hope you've enjoyed the reading. If you did, you can like the video, share the video, or subscribe to the channel. You can leave me as many comments as you would like, and I wish you so much love. And if you feel like some sort of healing or a tarot reading or a life coaching can be helpful to you, then please get in touch with me. My details are mentioned in the description below, and you can check them out. And yeah, I wish you the very best. Okay, so thank you for being here, guys. I will see you in the next video. Bye. Take care.